The number 1 car, Sammy Valafar out of Las Vegas, Nevada. That second pack is not letting Sammy get too far away at all. You can see Sammy there is using the whole track and rubbing the gators a little bit, but he is driving a pretty much perfect line as far as I can see around this track.
Now you could hear it drive it over there, but when you're going at speed, that's where you end up. So he's using a good line. He's opened up an enormous lead.
Sammy's still out front, and it may be a case again where those 2 guys behind him are battling a little bit, and then they're losing time, and who knows if they suddenly have that light bulb go off and start working together to catch up to Sammy.
But this is our top 10 in the Spec Miata. Sammy Valafar.
With that bobble. But Sammy Valafar, I just took a quick count on him, and he's about 11 seconds ahead of the field.
And the leader, Sammy Valafar, number 77.
What you can see is Sammy is just able to concentrate on driving a qualifying lap every lap.
Doesn't have to worry about guys banging on him. And Valafar has crossed the finish line right there. Now, I'll tell you when the second place car goes across the finish line to give you an idea of how far ahead he is.
You can see that
Bam, Posley right there. We've got the leader, Sammy Valafar, has just crossed the start-finish line again. We're 28 minutes into this 40-minute race. This year looks like if everything sits the way it is now, that championship flag is going to go to Sammy Valafar.
Look at that. Right now, Sammy is coming down into the clubhouse turn, and he is really checking out on the next 2. And Sammy's still running the 2:21.55, so it's going to be awfully hard for those guys to pull up and catch him.
Well, we're just got the white flag. You just gave the white flag to Sammy Valafar. He is the leader. If nothing goes wrong, he's going to be our national champion. But we are far from finished with this second place.
We know that any one of these guys out in the top 10 is a very talented racer. I mean, Spec Miata is one of the most hotly contested classes in road racing.
McKeever is back in front of Posley. Where is Valafar?
Valafar is coming through release right now.
Coming through release right now. He's going to win the championship, but the race is for second place. Posley is answering, going into turn 50.
So if you can win Spec Miata, your driving talent is pretty much unquestioned. It's just a matter of do you have everything else necessary, because, it's not one thing that makes a great race driver.
We've just seen Sammy Valafar win the Spec Miata Championship here at the NASA National Championships presented by Toyo Tires. We're at Miller Motorsports Park. We've been talking to Dean Case from Mazda Speed. Before we get out of here, Dean, before we go to break, there's our running order at the end. Valafar, McKeever, Posley, Tyler Dahl. We didn't get a chance to talk to.